Before the battle in the labyrinth had even begun, Testarossa was already moving. The moment the executives of Tempest finished deciding their course of action, she left the control room and sent a thought transmission to Cian, whom she had left behind in the kingdom of Ingracia. The message was brief, the contents of the meeting, followed by an order to consult Hinata and decide the remaining details. She had barely finished before Suka appeared. The stern expression on her face made Testarossa pause. "Oh, I will guide you." Testarossa regarded her quietly. "Is it all right for you not to assist Lord Soe?" Suka explained that Hokuso was in the Holy Empire of Lubelius, Saika in the Holy Void of Damargania, and Nanso in the Sorcerer Dynasty of Sarion. They had scattered across the battlefields, serving as the eyes and limbs of Sue's cloned body and gathering information as quickly as possible. But Tuka had been assigned to the place they were heading toward, and contact with her had been lost. Testarossa needed no further explanation. If Tuka had been caught inside Velzard's frozen world and turned into an ice statue, Suka would naturally want to be part of the rescue. The two proceeded toward a secluded teleportation chamber. The direct teleportation from inside the labyrinth was forbidden as a precaution against enemy infiltration. Even those capable of freely manipulating space were expected to obey the rule. As they walked, Testarossa considered the woman beside her. Against Velzard, Suka's combat ability would amount to little. Exposing her to Velzard's serious aura could kill her before she even had the chance to become an ice statue. Yet Suka could still be useful. Battle was not decided by strength alone. Information mattered. Transmission mattered. If Suka could relay what they discovered back to the control room, Testarossa could devote herself entirely to the situation ahead. More importantly, Testarossa understood the feeling driving Suka. Her subordinates were trapped there. So were Carrera and the others. Refusing Suka would accomplish nothing. Still, there was something about Velzard that refused to make sense. The old Eurazania battlefield had been sealed beneath an ocean of ice. Yet if Velzard had truly intended to kill everyone, she could have reduced them to frozen dust. Instead, she had turned them into statues. That meant they could still survive. Testarossa narrowed her eyes. Velzard was merciless, but she did not act without purpose. What exactly is Velzard's purpose? She doubted Feldway was controlling her. Manipulating a primordial would already be difficult. Controlling a dragonkind at the pinnacle of spiritual existence seemed almost impossible. Velzard might share an interest with Feldway. Perhaps she was holding Guy back at his request. But Testarossa suspected there was more. Could Rimuru have already foreseen the answer? She dismissed the thought. Relying on him every time would accomplish nothing. "I will do what I can in my own way." They found Moss. Testarossa stopped and turned towards Suka. "You intend to come with me, don't you?" "Yes. My mission is to investigate the local situation. If possible, rescue anyone who needs to be rescued." "Wait, because that's impossible." "Eh?" Testarossa's voice remained calm. "It seems you don't understand, so I'll explain. Velzard-sama's ice and snow freezes everything, halting all activity. Yes, even vital activity." Suka's face tightened. "Then, is it already too late?" "No, it's not." Testarossa restrained her panic with a steady gaze. "It's just stopped, so it can be resumed." Suka stared. "In other words, that wasn't an attack. Rather," Testarossa looked toward the frozen battlefield. "It was a protective curtain." She remembered seeing Velzard fight Guy long ago. From the demon world, she had watched the two transcendents clash. Velzard's atmospheric prison wall had solidified the atmosphere itself, stopping Guy's attacks. Then Guy had shattered it with a barrage of magic, only for the scene to repeat again and again. Now Testarossa understood the principle. Velzard's ice stopped everything in place. Combined with a defensive technique like atmospheric prison wall, freezing could extend its duration almost indefinitely. It had become an ice prison. Yet it was also a shield. "I think it's to protect them so that they won't be involved in their battle." Suka blinked. "It's safe to say that the ice statues are difficult to destroy." "So you're saying that Velzard-sama has no hostile intent?" Testarossa hesitated. Rather than being hostile, Velzard-sama must have some sort of plan. She probably used such a method because she doesn't want it to be disturbed. The realization deepened. Even the ground itself had been frozen. The surface of the planet was being preserved against the devastation caused by Velzard's battle with Guy. The statues could not simply be carried away. They were fixed into the frozen world itself. Suka finally understood. Yet understanding the scale of it left her almost speechless. Testarossa studied her. If rescue missions are meaningless, all you can do is reconnaissance. And if you have to enter a place where the White Ice Dragon Velzard and Demon King Guy are fighting with all their might, your safety cannot be guaranteed. Suka nodded. If it's allowed, I'll go too. You might die, you know. I'm prepared for it. There was no hesitation. Testarossa smiled. Frankly speaking, there is little you can do on the ground. If it's just about conveying the situation to the control room, we can do it ourselves. Suka remained silent. But there's a role that only you can play. What is that? A landmark. Testarossa explained that the battlefield had become an unobservable danger zone. Direct teleportation was impossible, and anyone attempting to transfer directly to Guy or Velzard risked appearing in the path of a devastating attack. But if there was someone she knew there, she could have jumped to that person. Suka slowly understood. If I'm alive, that place is guaranteed to be a safe zone. That's right. The smile Testarossa gave her was gentle and utterly ruthless. Suka would serve as a landmark, a living one. Moss, make sure you protect Suka. Moss appeared and knelt. As you wish. The journey began. They reached the edge of Velzard's authority, where snow and ice erased the horizon. Even Moss could not enter the frozen storm. From here on out, you have to be prepared to die. Are you really going? If you want to stop, now's the time. Suka said nothing. She simply continued forward. Testarossa closed her eyes. Then her consciousness dissolved into the white. The frozen world opened before her. Every movement, every fluctuation of energy, every detail of the battlefield became clear. Velgrind was protecting the Earth from the consequences of the battle. Velzard's authority had frozen the planet's surface, yet even that immense power had not destroyed it. At the center of everything stood Guy and Velzard. Velzard's body shone pale blue beneath the storm. Diamond-like ice formed a protective curtain around her, tracing patterns like dragon scales whenever Guy's attacks struck. Snow crystal shield. Even Testarossa wondered whether Guy could break it. Then she noticed something else. Velzard's golden eyes. They were fixed on Guy with a coldness that erased every trace of their usual gentleness. Unreadable. That was the problem. Testarossa had already located Carrera and the others. She prepared to move toward them. Moss approached carefully. Do you intend to join forces with Lord Guy? Testarossa glanced at him. The real battle has not yet begun. It's not my turn to step in. She would not interfere with Guy and Velzard. Her objective was different. Protect those who had been frozen, prevent Velzard from running rampant, and understand what Velzard truly intended. But the rescue itself would have to wait. Testarossa's gaze settled over the endless white. Then she smiled. Beautiful, pure white. This land is dyed in my color. Don't you think it's convenient? Moss went pale. He understood. Testarossa had found the perfect battlefield for her most terrifying authority. The white, pure world. The nihilistic world. An abyss of hell manifested into reality. Its power consumed life itself, turning even souls into energy. Normally, controlling such an authority was nearly impossible, but Testarossa now possessed the ultimate skill, King of the Dead, Belial. She could control it. And there was only one reason she would unleash something so dangerous here. Testarossa looked across the frozen world. Something was hidden. The nihilistic world would find it. Moss suddenly understood. Does that mean there is someone else here? Testarossa had already known. The white spread outward, faster than light, and the world began turning completely white.